And we're here. So sorry about the slight delay. I realized like extremely last minute that I did not program the update to announce that the live was starting. So I'm an idiot. So I'm just going to post the rules real quick because they are important, and then I'm gonna have a little sip. Not sponsored, so it's whatever soda you want it to be. It doesn't count if I have my thumb on it. So welcome. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Shiro. Just going to randomly close a couple of tabs here. Can I actually pop out the chat over here? Okay, that might be a little bit more practical for me because the chat does not show up over here. So here we go. Yeah. So if this is your first time here, my name is Shiro. I'm a comic artist, and what I usually do on this live stream is if there was some artistic stuff that happened during the past week, I talk about that while fiddling with whatever's on my desk, while avoiding eye contact. I have ADHD, so even with a camera, it's really hard for me to just like focus on the lens. And then after that I move on to drawing my weekly webcomic bootleg cookie. I had been on vacation during the holidays, so that helped a little bit. Fixed a couple of problems that were present with the little avatars down here. If you participate in chat, you will get a little avatar. There's a little shop and everything, so you can change your avatar. Now normally I have set you being able to pick any avatar available in my shop for free, but if you want clothes you need coinage, and if you want coinage there's some mini games you can play. Of course no real money is involved. That ought to take care of the gambling thing. At some point I will probably remove my hoodie because it's too hot. There is another top under it expressively for that purpose. And that should take care of Twitch thinking that I am a channel of debauchery. There we go. Water bottle is now clean. I wear a lot of chapstick. That's my problem. So artistically speaking, companion mode. Waiting to see if it loads correctly. There we go. I have started work on It's a Wonderful Life, and like I said yesterday, you have to pronounce it with a quack. It's not It's a Wonderful Life, it's a Wonderful Life. Very important. I will die on this hill. Oh, thank you, Super Dudette. I still gotta change that graphic. I don't know since when Streamlab or Stream Elements decided to go over my graphic, because I did not change the location of the file for the original graphic, but I need to change that. But thank you for joining the party. Very appreciated. Please behave. And so right now, because I have fixed a couple problems, I should be streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Picarto, and I'm not sure, I don't think Picarto people can join the stream avatar thingies, but yeah. I'm gonna see about changing the graphics back to when people join the party. Still very appreciated though, thank you very much. Otherwise, yesterday it was the Olo Colors Challenge. I did 4 cards, and it was even more challenging because the colors were chosen by a second wheel of morality. Usually what I do for that specific live stream is once a month, because I need a day off per week, preferably. And I'm not going to use my entire weekend to live stream. I am too old. And basically, I'm not a streamer, I'm a comic artist. I stream to force myself to keep on the schedule. And the problem with yesterday's challenge was that usually what I do is I take the colors of the month set from the Olo Marker website, and that's what I use, and then you guys will give me suggestions in my Instagram stories the day before. And then I will use the Wheel of Morality to pick 4 suggestions out of all of them, which I will then color with the colors of the month. Now I still did the video even if I did not have the colors of the month, because Olo Colors did not update their website yet. Could be for a number of reasons. Lord knows the planet is burning right now. So, what I did is I grabbed all the Olo color markers that I had. I threw all that into a second Wheel of Morality, and I picked the 3 colors per image that I was going to use, and then we got some really interesting results. I got like, one of the suggestions that was picked by the Wheel of Morality was Lil Mac, and I got like stupid lucky on Lil Mac. I got a peach color, a green, and I got like a super light pink, but the problem with the light pink is that it's so light you don't even see it, so I used it in the background. And But like, obviously I used the green for his gloves and I used the peach for his skin. But then I had to use, I'm allowed to use black and white, so I use some black liners to do his shirt and his hair. Because no matter how much I layered that light pink, I think it's called V1.1 Heather or something. Either way, it's pink. It was like really pale and would remain pale. There's like 3 layers of it on the background on that card and it's still incredibly light. Still, got very lucky on that one. I think my most, like, how should I put this? Creative one was Archer from Ghouls and Ghosts. His beard and his eyebrows are a skin tone. I got them all hanging up there. His armor and his lance are like this deep purple. The background is green, as well as his eyes. For the younger ones in the audience, Archer from Ghouls and Ghosts, if I'm not mistaken, is a Capcom property, and he shows up as a Easter egg in some houses in Breath of Fire 1 for the Super Nintendo. Pretty much mimicking the Mario portrait Easter eggs in Kakariko Village in A Link to the Past, also for Super Nintendo. If you didn't know that, now you do. Well, now I am going to... Oh, hello. Some colors just don't become more saturated no matter what you do with them. True. Absolutely true. But you try. Oh my god, do you try? It's an exercise in futility. But you get points for trying. Please note I said I'm a comic artist, not a singer. So Super Dudette ended up with Cayenne. And apparently now I know that everybody new that shows up, that's not one of my bots, shows up with a default hat. And that default hat is like a green trucker cap. So that's a look. I just learned something new. Like I said, I'm just going to scoot this up here so we actually get to see what we're here for and not just my pretty face. Where's my big webcam? I have a huge list of... There we go. Alright. Where's my script? Great, now I got the song stuck in my head. Any more default and that trucker cap would say something about fishing on it. Yeah, women want me, fish fear me. I didn't want to say it, but especially considering Cayenne has the mustache, you know what I mean? This works better when I don't have it set to transparency. Because usually the default didn't have a hat at all. That's why I'm surprised. And I remember yesterday somebody else new showed up, and they also had that hat, so that's why I'm assuming now it's a default. Stream avatars like to do things behind my back when I'm not looking. So yeah, as I was about to say before I got distracted, and get used to me saying that. I hurried up this morning. I quickly designed a new banner, and I was hurrying up trying to remember all the social medias and the galleries where I have a banner, and uploaded it there, trying to unify all my different accounts. I think I got them all. I'm not sure, but I think I got them all. Something really simple, like put a couple arts in a frame. I did the base in the Canva, and then I went in Clip Studio and it changed it depending on what each page wanted. What emotion is that? Anger? But that's not what I'm looking for. Now that I know how these work, it's very easy, because originally I thought it was like just a stamp. And that did not work well for me. Now I know it's just hold and swipe in the direction, and that's when the little tail will work every time. I'm learning! Sure, you're supposed to be a professional comic artist. I am. Oh? Oh! My goodness, thank you, Super Dudette! Thank you very much! I hope your name showed up. It's supposed to show up. Man, more place to, We're getting closer and closer to a place to put where my pile of paper that is currently on the floor. Thank you very, very much! Now the way I'm drawing Mom, looks like she's annoyed with me. She's not annoyed with me. She's annoyed with herself. And once I eventually put the text... Though honestly, don't worry, it showed up. Okay, good, thank you. And I already forgot what I was saying. See, it does not take much. Oh yeah, paper's on the floor, yeah. And that's why I got that thing over there. Because I have great difficulty in accessing a lot of my papers. Like they're standing up on the side, squished between a filing cabinet that is full and the empty box for my Joker figure. I don't want to throw the box away because the figure is made of sandstone and that's really easy to break, so if I eventually have to move my stuff around. So at best I would need to relocate the box once I get the paper organizer, and I'm really looking forward to get the paper organizer because I would like to be able to just reach over and grab either a legal sheet of paper to put in my printer or my watercolor paper easily or my scrapbooking paper. Instead I just kinda gotta force on my knees to get the paper out, and after a while I give up and I just go upstairs and steal a legal sheet from Mom. You're long past an adult and you still live with your parents? I said I was a professional comic artist. I never said I was a popular one. Even if you guys not help your parents? It's not like I do nothing of my days. I do their laundry. Like, they live upstairs, I live downstairs, the laundry machines are downstairs, and I'm the only one that still has decent knees. Like, I can't kneel at all. Hurts like the dickens. But I can still bend over. So I help with that, I empty the dishwasher, whenever I think about it. I try to sweep the floors, but I haven't been doing a lot of that lately, so I gotta get back on that. That is my fault, because I am currently, on top of working on this, I am currently working on 2 other comics. As I was saying earlier, I started work on It's a Wonderful Life. Well, since your paper situation is worse than I realized, here you go. Oh my goodness! It's fully Bella, you didn't have to do- Thank you, but you didn't have to do that! Oh my goodness, thank you so much! Oh, now I'm distracted! Wow! Thank you! Oh my goodness! I'm looking at the pile right now. Oh my god, I'm so looking forward to it now. Oh, I won't have to fight with the pile. Oh, thank you. Is the wire long enough? Hang on, I am moving the webcam. This is the pile. Yay, it's bullshit, honestly. Oh my god. Oh, thank you so much. The pile will be organized. Oh, thank you. Where was I? Comic. Yes, I was drawing a comic. I am speechless. That's how thankful I am. That's what happens when I have a strong emotion, I stop talking. Thank you so much, Cayenne and the trucker hat. Thank you. I spat on my screen again. Okay, Zen, I got a job to do. Let's do it. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm working on It's a Wonderful Time, which will premiere on January 30th on Divine Art and Global Comics. Good enough, my link tree just showed up in the chat, so that's where all the links are. And I'm also, at the same time, working on the next Aurora Ronin comic, which is a lot more detailed than what I'm doing right now. So yeah, that's why I haven't been doing good on my sweeping. That's on me, because I do want to do chores when I'm taking breaks for my back when I draw a lot. I'm moving around and I'm standing up, so that's good. That's the whole point. Thank you so much. But yeah, I don't only help my parents physically, I also help them financially whenever I can. That's why I had the organizer as a thrown item. Because my parents are always like, thank you to help with the groceries, and I'm like, well, it only makes sense. I eat some of those groceries, and I mean, look at me. Oh, I'm so happy. Organize my papers. And I'll have easier access to my black paper and my watercolor paper. And whatever paper that is in between the sketchbooks and the tracing paper. See, that's another thing. Once I'll be able to organize those papers, I'll know what that what that thing is. Plus, I think my my toned paper isn't even in the pile. It's somewhere on top of my books in my third bookcase. Yeah, I may have a book addiction. So I'll be able to put that in the organizer. And all my papers will be in the same place. Plus, I think I got another sketchbook in that other bookcase behind me. Oh, I'm so happy. That is some of the laziest tables I've ever drawn. It's not that I don't want to do any effort. It's just that this is a webcomic. And if I were to put all my effort into doing a webcomic page on live stream, we will be here all day. Like, just to give you guys an idea, my Smack comic, Super Mario Adventures Continued Comics, each page can take 2 to 3 days to completely render. And if you guys saw the pages, you'd probably be like, what? Nah! That's such a simple style. And I'm like, people on Patreon who have seen the whips. Like, subscribers to Patreon and Ko-fi get to see the whips and the pages early access, and the ones who see the whips will probably understand that there's a lot of fucking work in there. like, part of the waiting time for these comics, for the Smack comics, is that I wait to get feedback from Gabe, the writer. At each step. Like, I will sketch and I will submit it to Gabe and then wait. Then I will pencil, submit it to Gabe, because now whatever I showed him in the sketch is clear. Then I wait. Then I ink. Then I wait. Then I come back. Well, you get the idea. And because we work on Trello, usually it doesn't take too long. Not sponsored by Trello, but I do like using Trello for my my comic projects, because then I can also invite the other people in the team for a specific project, and then they can put in their feedback right away. I find that very useful. Now, once again, those who are not familiar with Bootleg Cookie, this is all real shit that happens. And usually it's like really funny shit, unless I'm talking about a school story, then it's very, very deep concern shit. But if people don't find what I write funny, then first of all, then the comic is not for you. Secondly, the idea, the whole plan behind Bootleg Cookie is not to necessarily to make a good story. It's to put down on quote-unquote paper memories about my family and me, because sometimes I'm clever. It happens. So like that, I have something to remember them by once the inevitable happens. I'm just very not in a hurry for the inevitable to happen. Is that how you spell height? I always struggle with height. Oh boy, did I say a mouthful there? Yeah, okay, that's how you spell height. I always struggle. I'm 5'2". I've always struggled with height. But yeah, that's something that actually surprised a couple of my tall friends. I was a gigantic kid. Really tall, lanky, skinny. I am none of those today. But I was indeed a gigantic kid. And then puberty showed up, and then that put a stop to that real quick. I wish my parents knew about puberty blockers at the time. Not just about the height thing, for a lot of things. Like, puberty was hell on me. I think it's pretty clear I still get zits. And that's after 2 rounds of Accutane, which is the strongest acne suppressing, I should say, medicine. I look like a chipmunk. That's a lot of cheek. I did that a little bit. There we go. Oh, Coco's here. Hi, Coco. How you doing, Coco? I'm doing great. Another viewer fully funded my my paper organizer, so I'm gonna get that probably around next month. Depending on how Amazon behaves. I'm finally going to organize the pile of doom! I am thrilled. I was sleeping, finally caught that damn Sandman. Ah! Chat was lagging a little bit on my end. Yeah, you and Mom boat Coco. Lily has taken up the habit of wanting to imitate her bigger sibling, me, and decide to go pee at night every 2 hours. The difference is I have a opposable thumb, so I don't need to wake up my parents to get me outside to pee. I can just use the bathroom. And we don't have a doggy door because we don't have a fence. And we cannot trust Lily, and we cannot trust the coyotes, so... Mom has had issues sleeping. Like, even if it's Dad that goes and take Lily out, Mom will wake up. Mom is one of those people that if there's one sound out of place, she's going to be completely, like, snapped wide awake. I'm getting my paper organizer. I'm gonna organize my papers. And for the people, because there's always going to be people wondering, if I'm 42, why don't I draw myself with wrinkles? Well, I would need to grow wrinkles before I, Like, yeah, I still have some breakouts, but I don't have wrinkles yet. And, like, Mom is in her 60s, and her wrinkles are, like, super minimal. She looks great. No matter how much she says, I don't know how to dress myself. I mean, look at me. I don't know how to dress myself. You look gorgeous. Well, it's more of a I know how to dress myself, I just don't wanna, you know? Because the problem is, when you're assigned female at birth, the clothes they give you is either itchy, thin, therefore it's cold and it's not comfortable, and it's just not the right textures. And if you do find t-shirts, they're like really tight in some places when you would rather they not be tight. But when it comes to quote-unquote fancy clothing, oh my god, that's when you get all the texture issues. Oh my goodness. Like, I have a lot to complain about when it comes to AFAB fashion. And don't get me started on pockets. We all know the problem with the lack of pockets. Only texture issue I had as a kid was with velvet and fake velvet. Oh my lord, velvet and fake velvet. I used to have hair down to my ass. Put me in a velvet top. What the hell do you think happened? Lordy. Plus, if you pet velvet the wrong way, you hate it forever. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm thinking about it and I need to run my fingers on one of my pins that I have here, just to change the feeling of the texture. Felt like thousands of tiny points poking me, right? Ah. Ugh. Or dresses. I hate dresses. I cannot stomach dresses. The one dress... Good afternoon. Oh, hi, Paul. I'm doing great. I'm getting my paper organizer. And now we're discussing why AFAB fashion is horrible. Because for my graduation and my confirmation, my mom put me in this marinette dress with this, like, giant, bold, flowery pattern that had tulle under it. Talk about itch. All over my legs, and despite having thick stockings, thick white stockings, I was freezing because they don't heat up churches. Church. Before I get anyone belly aching, religion is good. Religion works for you. All the power to you. Me, if there's something that really turned me off religion, it's religion. No, but seriously, I used to go to a public school. Well, it was a Catholic school masquerading as a public school. I'm serious. They were pretending to be a public school. And, oh, there is no hate like Christian love, I tell you. Oh, they were mean. They were mean. And then that's all I'll say about that. I'm in a good mood, and I'd like to keep it that way and not focus on traumas. But yeah, tall is itchy, velvet is terrible. Silk is freezing. No heat, no churches, and also no coats are to be worn inside. The one time I was hot, I was not allowed to take off my hat because I did not have a penis. The only positive with AFAB fashion is that jeans stretch now. Oh, that's true. I have one good pair of jeans that I've had for years. It stretches. Fits me great. I love me some stretchy jeans. Because not only is my dad a fantastic chef, I'm also a really good cook, so I need the stretch. Look, I'm not going to be modest about the things I'm good at. Well, with the school convincing me that I was a useless piece of shit. So whatever I'm good at, I'm going to talk about it. Yeah, I'm good at this, and I'm good at that. Yeah, you think you're better than me. I don't care if I'm better or worse than you. I'm just happy to be good at something. Shut up. But then they insist that every top be cropped. Hoodies come cropped. That's just wrong. They want you to layer and spend more money on clothes so comedians can make jokes about women buying more clothes. And that's the thing. That's another thing. I don't like crop tops on me because my stomach gets really cold. I learned to sew so I could add pockets to my dress. Yes. Good move. Very good move. I know how to sew. Problem is, I use it on making toys. Last time I sewed clothes, it was 2 skirts for a 1950 theme for Halloween. Pink one and a black one, so of course they both had poodles on them. It was pretty cute. They still exist. They're pretty solid. Not only did I buy patterns, went online to learn what kind of stitching I needed to do and stuff like that. Of course, I have a sewing machine. And that's a good thing, talking about adding pockets to your dresses. Because sometimes I will say I don't like something, and then people get mad. And they take it personally. Like, I just said I don't like dresses. There's always going to be someone that's going to say, oh, so you hate me because I like dresses. That's not what I said. It's like art programs. It is not a secret that I absolutely loathe Photoshop and Adobe for multiple reasons. But, like, would I ban people off my Discord server for using Photoshop if that's what works for them? No! You got it to work for you. Good for you. Not only do I know how hard it is when you're older to learn a new software, like, I'm just glad you got something that works for you so you can do more art. Because my priority in all of these is that you enjoy making art. I don't like wearing dresses. Somebody else likes wearing dresses. Yes, good for you. I encourage that. Do what makes you happy as long as it's legal. My celestial print dress has pockets. Yay! The most recent reason to load Adobe is obviously the AI added to it. Oh lordy, rant incoming. Oh, not happy with that. Like, I have a portfolio gallery on Behance. Behance was bought by Adobe. And before the AI thing, they make real sure that whenever you post something, you got a little box where you can tick if you want to mint the art as an NFT. And I was like, ah! I'm also still on Divine Art. And they are so hyped about their Dream Up. Dream Up being their AI generating bullshit. Like, once again, whatever I say, it's not a secret. It's never a secret when I do this or that. I did experiment with two types of AI. I experimented with Dream Up and I experimented with what's the name of that again? I think it's Demon AI, but like demon in Japanese. EU NFTs. Yeah, I agree. Because AI bros are always like, well, you should at least try it. You should at least learn it because it's going to take your job. Da 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 da. So I tried two because one, it was only prompts. The other one was you do a doodle, you put some random colors in it to guide the final product, and you also add prompts. And I remember working with it and thinking, oh my fucking god, this would be faster if I drew it myself. Because you gotta write down and generate, and write down some more and generate, and write down some more and generate, and do a tweak on the sketch on the other one and generate. And I'm like, I know exactly what I like. Why are people subjecting themselves to this? Because like I did see it as a tool to help with art, but oh my goodness. Not only are people not using it, you know, in an ethical way at least. What would be an ethical way? Like if you had the way I see it, if you had your own personal generator where you would, that would not be connected to a cloud or a general database or something like that, where you would put your own art in it and then use that as a reference if you're out of ideas and you need like a couple images to spark an idea in your own style, using your own art that is not shared with everybody else, you know, a standalone one, and that you don't use the result as is, you use it as a reference. I don't say, but people are definitely not using it that way. And they're being dicks about it. Like, of course, it's a new technology, so all the companies are like, oh my god, this is so cool. If you want a job, you have to learn to use this. And you know what? No. I would like to be able to see the result of my art sometime this week. Thank you very much. It's not fun. Art is fun. If you find art not to be fun, you are not an artist. Try something else. Yeah, people were saying the same thing about CGI. Have you seen the work that it's put in CGI and 3D animation and stuff like that? In modeling. Modeling is sculpting. And then rigging it for animation. And then all the tweaks you have to do. I mean, it's mostly WYSIWYG, you know? Then people are like, yeah, but with AI you get like 100 variation of the same drawing. Why the fuck do you need 100 variation of the same drawing? I have art books with concept arts in it. Nobody needs 100 variation of the same drawing. And then we're brought back to the concept of NFTs at that point. I'm saving so much time. No, you're not. Because first of all, you don't need 100 variation of the same drawing. Secondly, you're sitting there changing words for hours until you get something that might look close to what you were thinking about. And then it's the fact that it's over-rendered. So it falls strictly into Uncanny Valley. And then at the end it all looks the same. Either it looks like... We're not even talking about the mistakes AI image generation does, okay? It looks all the same. It's over-rendered. And it's either... like super hot anime girl that's looking directly at you going like this. Or Pixar characters looking at you like straight up front like this. Yeah, but some of them have facial expressions. Good for them. It's still fucking uncanny and over-rendered. We're in January. Anybody remember last year, Spawnuary? I participated in it knowing full fucking well there was no chance in hell I was winning. I was just using the hashtag to get more eyes on my stuff. The contest said no AI. Somebody submitted an AI cover, which was riddled with visual mistakes. And they won. And the McFarlane Studio said not one fucking word about it. As far as I know, they didn't cancel out the that winning entry. They never addressed it. They stayed silent. Like they said, no AI. Somebody submitted AI, the AI won, and they did nothing about it. So, yeah. It's overtrained on a lot of the same art style, so it can't create anything else. Also, they can't get it to make left-handed people, which is a shame, because left-hand supremacy. Plus, I didn't check it myself, but I saw yesterday on Shitter that adding in minus AI on Google doesn't work anymore and you still get some AI results. It's like I read somewhere, and I say rather regularly, I wish you had won that competition. Thank you. But I was not gonna, because I did not... Because here's the thing, okay? When it comes... And that's something I noticed. When it comes to McFarlane contests, the only chance you have is if you draw exactly like McFarlane. I've seen it. I've seen several McFarlane contests, and I saw the pattern. If you draw like McFarlane, you have a better chance to win. And I was not about that life. Now I know my name is so very unofficial, and my game is being able to ape art styles. But I ape art styles for fun, to see if I can do it. Aren't you worried somebody's gonna copy your art style? Which one? Which one? If somebody likes my art style enough to ape it, go right ahead. But you're better off learning actual anatomy first. Would have been fun, but like, let's be realistic. What I did, like, there were 4 entries, I only made 2. The first one was a spoof of the Evil Dead movie poster, and the second one was a spoof of Daisy Town, a Lucky Luke album, so also spoofed Morris's style. Because I was like, I'm not winning anyway, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I'm here for the hashtags. And that was one of those contests that I was talking about, where I wasn't even mentioned in the, at least they participated sections. That one and one for François Pérus. That's why I was not surprised not to see myself in the, at least these people participated and we appreciate their art, with the Litterbox Comics art contest. Until I found out I won, and I was like, contests like those usually end up being the equivalent of Elvis impersonator contests half the time. Yeah, exactly. And I managed to win the Litterbox contest by drawing them as Dragon Ball character. Not Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball characters. So it's his older, it's Toriyama's older, rounder, Dr. Slump style. And like, I went ham with it. I had them poking a little piece of poo, and I had a fart in the back looking like the flying Nimbus. That's how I won, and I should get my prize sometimes this year. It's supposed to be sent out at the same time as the Kickstarter rewards, and that's going to be, from what I assume, from now until September this year. So somewhere in that window. But Super Dudette is totally right about the Elvis impersonator analogy. Personally, I think they should specify that in the contest rules. Like, we're looking for this style. That would make things easier. But no, they always go, oh, all styles welcome. No, they're not! You are lying! No AI! You are lying! Of course, there's always going to be somebody that's going to take me a little too literally. Well, you can't expect to win every contest. Not the point. Not the point. Like, I'm not asking for much here. To show up in the list of these people participated. The fun part of an impersonator contest is when the actual person being copied enters and loses anyway when the judges fail to recognize them. Alright, who did that so far? Charlie Chaplin. I don't know if Elvis did that. I think Marilyn Monroe. Robert Downey Jr., I'm pretty sure. Dolly Parton. She lost to a drag queen. And she was thrilled about it. Was like, yeah, you got the Dolly attitude. Dolly Parton, precious angel who can do no wrong. Yeah, see? Great minds think alike. Eventually I'll be better at the more Dragon Ball Z angular Akira Toriyama style. I just don't feel like practicing this style. I am much more in love with the rounder style. I mean, I think it's pretty clear that I much rather draw round shapes than angular ones. That and hair. I love drawing hair. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream that I was working on a new Aurora Man story, Whisper in the Wind, and I am going nuts on Aurora Ronin's hair. Because Jeff was like, the story is in a snowstorm, so right there it's going to be easier for the backgrounds. And but like, oh, there's a lot of wind. Oh, that hair is going ham. Best thing I know about Dolly, she doesn't look like she does on stage when off it, so that she gets to have a private life, and love her for that. Yes, absolutely. She absolutely deserves a private life. She deserves the best of the best. Deity of your choice, bless Dolly Parton. Plus, you can't go wrong with somebody who funds reading for youth. Because Lord knows the American government is completely against it. Anyway, we don't want the masses educated. That's as far into politics as I'll go. Before I get in trouble. Just the fact that I hum famous songs sometimes is enough to get me in trouble on Twitch, so, or YouTube. I'll be happy to report that the copyright claims have went like really down. Like, I haven't had one in months now. Probably they got tired of me replying to all their complaints that I pay an extremely expensive license to use the music on my stream. You are being paid. Leave me the fuck alone. Respectfully. As per my last email. Yeah, when I first heard about her book program, my first thought was, that sounds like Dolly. Yeah. We gonna educate people. That is the right thing to do. Oh, bonus points if she encourages banned books. Like, I don't even know the entire list of banned books. Like, I know there's one book that's out of publication, but that was at the request of the writer. Well, I don't know if it's a whole book or just a short story. Stephen King. I don't remember the name of it, but I know what it's about. My back is finally working. Took 3 days. I could not lift my left leg much and I was walking hunched. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, it was a Stephen King book or short story about a kid that holds his entire classroom hostage. And then it happened not long after. A similar situation in real life. So King was like, you know what? No, we're going to we're shutting that story down. I'm not comfortable. But what about that one scene in it? We're not talking about that. I'm trying not to get banned off Twitch. Tip-a-tip-a-tap. Anybody do anything new artistically lately? I'm trying to get some Team U watercolors to work for me. I'm not a fan of Team U. My mom loves it. So this Christmas she got me some cheap watercolors. That, unlike the last ones she got me, do not stink of Parmesan, so I can actually work with them. And I have a little backseat project. Yeah, Steven was all like, let's not give people inspiration. Yeah! In the state of the world today, it's not like people need inspiration. There's still some people out there. It's the video games! Well, if it was the video games, why am I not running around looking for blocks to bust with my head? Yes, I know Mario uses his fist and not his head. I'm trying to show an example of me, like, really hurting myself because I misinterpreted, you know? I love being neurodivergent. You come with bonus content because you know damn well there's always going to be someone who misunderstands what you mean. Even if it's like super obvious because they reject reality and this superimpose their own. Because I forgot the actual saying. Substitute, that's the word I was looking for. See, neurodivergent. It's like that tweet I saw one time. You can say that you love pancakes and somebody will reply, well, what do you mean you hate waffles? You can't win with people that insist on being mad for no reason. Still waiting to see if the hate bot is gonna tell me something this week, or I don't know if he was programmed on a loop, because I had someone send me like this incredibly mild hate on Twitter once, then immediately blocked me because they were too scared of a reply. If you aren't using hyperbole or roundabout speech, they have no idea what you're talking about, see? You have to speak in code. Well, I don't speak in code. I speak directly. If you can't handle directness, then the problem is not me. Where are my blues? No, that's my purples. There we go. Now darker. My jeans are dark. Like my soul. Oh, something happened. Mekanyan... Oh, is it Mekanyanka or Mekanyancha? I think it's Mekanyancha. Join the party. Thank you for joining the party. Tell me if I pronounced it wrong. Oh, 2 people joining the party on the same stream. Oh my goodness. Nothing but good things today. Woo! I'll drink to that. I get my paper organizer and 2 new people joined the party. Man, this is a great Sunday. We're almost done, too. So I have this friend that's learning clip, and every time he has an issue, I tell him, well, can you do this? I have to say, can you do this? Because obviously he can. He'll understand the process. I'm asking because we don't have the same version of clip. Like, I keep my clip at top newest version because I use clip for everything. I use clip for everything. It's my job basically to have a up-to-date clip. So I see the point in the investment. But he was like, I need to download, I need to make a template for comic pages, and I'm like, well, I got good news for you, and I tell him where they are because there are some default ones, and he's like, ah! And when I giggle, when I talk about stuff like that, I am not making fun of the other person. I am making fun of Clip itself. Love Clip. But is it user-friendly? Not necessarily if you want to do the cool stuff. Like, there's a reason they always have social media messages and newsletters asking for people for tutorials and stuff like that, because the manual, the built-in manual for Clip Studio is not ideal. It's not super searchable. And there's a little bit of English in it, and it's not intuitive to read, and you can't really search for something when you don't know what you're searching for, you know? So it's easier with tutorials because they get to the point and they're shorter than trying to read the manual. So learning Clip Studio is pretty much several hours of, I can do that? But like, if anybody has any questions about Clip Studio, then whatever I know, I will answer. Because the way I see it, I struggled this much for this information. Other people should not have to struggle this much for the same information. Like, I know where to go to make panels that are specifically called panels. Yeah, sorry, my tab mate is having a little hiccup there. There we go, we're back. I know where to go to make speech bubbles. I have a Discord. Like, just go to Linktree Sovereign Official and you should be able to find the Discord channel. There's a section there where I put some tools and there's some very useful tools known. Like the little ice cream man tool that you guys can see here. That's on the Discord. It's in its own channel. It's separated and paid and free because I'm nice like that. Love the expression on your characters today. Thanks for a great show. Thank you, Paul. I also offer tools. My help/advice is always free. That's what it says on my TikTok. Artist level 42, only trying to help. If art is hard, I want to give advice to make it easier. Not try to use AI generation and pretend it's easier when it's in fact just lazy bullshit. Because what I like about being able to draw is that I can get off the computer at some point and keep drawing. And once again, we're going back to the paper organizer that Super Dudette was nice enough to finish funding, because now I have easy access to my paper, so I can draw more on paper. Because I enjoy that. I like the feeling of a good brush gliding across paper and seeing the color spread behind it, and then panic as it spills into the other color because I didn't leave it dry long enough. Adrenaline. I got some new art supplies, new owns, a clicky eraser, new kneaded erasers. Oh, I got somebody saying hi on the Picarto. Salties. Hi, Salties. We're almost done, but thank you for saying hi. I mean, it's only very recently that I was able to connect Picarto to the multi-stream. So it's not like I'm going to expect a lot there right now until I stream more often. Alright, let us see. You're welcome, handsome. Oh, stop. But please, go on. Alright. Let's take a little look-see. Because of my hair, I look a little taller than my mom. I'm actually an inch shorter. My mom is the exact same height as Wolverine. I am the exact same height as Nightcrawler. Yes, I looked it up. Pens. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that makes more sense. Thank you. Alrighty then. Everything looks good. Everything looks nice. So we're at the end of the stream. So regulars know what's happening now. We are going to switch to the bookend and give extra special caramel drizzled, chocolate syruped, rainbow sprinkled thanks to our supporters on Patreon, Ko-fi, everywhere else. Amber B, Paul K, Miss Inovis, Suri, Uttered Bad at Multiplayers, and Super Dudette today for helping funding the paper organizer. Thank you all so very much. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. A lot of fun drawing it. Next live stream. Next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Goodbye, Super Dudette. I hope you'll be there next week. Not necessarily because I would like more things funded, but it was nice. It was nice talking to you. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. A lot of fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next Sunday. I love you all. And bye-bye.